So Seth MacFarlane on January 8th posted this picture onto his X account saying, "Thank you to our amazing Los Angeles firefighters. Stay safe." Now, obviously, this is in reference to the tragic wildfires that started taking place on January 7th in the California area. So Seth giving his flowers, giving his thanks to the incredible frontline people that tried to put out the fire. He posted this here thanking them, obviously, and posted it with this hand-drawn Brian Griffin in a firefighter costume and hat, giving a thumbs up, with a smiley face. And, he posted it on the X platform, so you already know what type of responses this had gotten. So this person here says, "How much of your $300 million did it cost you to share an image to firefighters?" So people are already getting offended about someone like Seth MacFarlane just, doing it like an innocent gesture, just giving his thanks and everything. And we got people already here bringing up his net worth. And, X people doing what X people do best, taking offense to almost anything. Here we got this person over here saying, "Imagine your house burnt down and you lost everything and that this is the first thing you saw." Okay, now I don't think this is necessarily completely attacking Seth, but they're still being on that cynical point of view. If my own home burned down, I'll still only be 5% as sad as the day that Brian Griffin died. R.I.P. Brian Griffin. Bro got brought back to life in the end, though, so it's all good there. Alright, so we're seeing posts like this, people not being happy with this post here by Seth, or not letting it just be its own thing and just moving on with their day. They gotta make posts like these out. We then had this article by Crack have its headline say, "Seth MacFarlane ridiculed for offering tone-deaf support to first responders during tragic LA fires." Okay, I can maybe see that this could be seen as a little bit tone-deaf. I mean, why? Just because of the picture of Brian here? You're acting like as if Brian has like a house burning behind him. And also, dude, what is up with this website, man? Why is the format like this? Like, look. So this is how it's supposed to look like normally at 100%. But you can't even... The picture is not even... Dude. Like, the picture is not even... Now what happened? I can't... Look, this website is so non-functional, dude. I accidentally click window here. And now I can't even move this website. What is up with this cracked website? Dude, this website is actually cracked in the bad way. I'm scrolling, man. I'm scrolling. I promise you I'm scrolling. Can't even pull my mouse up, but I promise you I am scrolling right now and it's not doing anything. So I guess I'm just gonna have to refresh. There we go. Alright, but yeah, as I was saying, dude, like, dude, even what is up with this website is so dog, dude. No pun intended. So dog water. But yeah, we have that headline at the top. So the writer here says, "With wildfires raging throughout the LA area, destroying countless homes and devastating lives, comedy celebrities are stepping forward. Jamie Lee Curtis and Christopher Guest have pledged $1 million to help people affected by the fires. Hack star Gene Smart is employing networks and award shows to press pause this year and instead donate their revenues to disaster relief. With no shows, there's no revenue, but Smart's heart is in the right place." So kind of giving praise to these people here that he's mentioned. But then at the very end here he says, "And then there's Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane, who took to Twitter/X to show he was willing to do his part." So it's already kind of coming off as a like sarcastic tone. And here's the post, of course, that we just talked about. "Thanks. It's no $1 million, but the doodle will surely go a long way to lifting spirits whenever exhausted firefighters get the chance to check their phones next week." Alright, so what do you want him to do, dude? Just donate money and what, like flex it online that he donated money and get the same appraisal that these people here have gotten? Is this like criticizable, dude? Twitter user... It's not Twitter. It's called X, dude. If you're gonna be like, if you're a journalist in the year 2025 and you're still calling it Twitter, like, check yourself, man. But he says Twitter user Christy Yamaguchi main. I'm sorry, that last name is it's just funny, dude. It just kind of reminded me of whenever like those Family Guy episodes play, and then that down here at the bottom it says co-executive producer, and it has Cherry and her last name here, Cherry Cheva Prava Dumrong. This last name here just kind of reminded me of it, except Yamaguchi main, dude, is like Gucci Mane. Scooch. But anyway, it says here, Twitter user Christy Yamaguchi main compared MacFarlane's gestures to Gal Gadot's misguided Imagine video, which if you don't remember, this was like a situation during COVID whenever everybody was staying at home, and you had all these celebrities staying in their big multi-million-dollar mansions, and then Gal Gadot like got all the celebrities to make like some singing piece and stuff of them singing Imagine. And yeah, this was out of touch. But the writer here goes on to say exactly the kind of heartfelt but half-assed response that no one needed during the early days of COVID. At least MacFarlane's cartoon wasn't literally tone deaf. Alright, man. If we're playing the offended game here, wouldn't this term of tone deaf offensive be like offensive in itself? Because you're just kind of like mitigating the experience that someone that's actually deaf, you're kind of like just trivializing their experience of not being able to hear or not being able to hear well. So if you want to play the offended game, we can play at that too, man. Don't say tone deaf anymore, bro, because that's tone deaf. And then he continues to disrespect Seth, saying, I'll say this for good though. Imagine took some effort. So hitting up a couple of your celebrity friends, telling them to do a part of a song, and then you do a part of a song, that takes effort. All right, man. The problem with MacFarlane's gesture is that it was little more than that, a gesture. I appreciate the sentiment behind this, but there's something really funny about posting this. When half of Los Angeles is on fire, wrote Uncle Doomer. You can't make these names up, bro. Cool, man. Thanks for the drawing of Brian the dog from Family Guy. Okay, Uncle Doomer. I guess crying about a Brian Griffin picture online is much more beneficial than Seth MacFarlane giving his flowers to the firefighters that are at the front line of that tragedy. Alright, imagine your house burnt down and you lost everything and this is the first thing you saw. So that post we had seen right now. And has anyone considered what Brian would say about the post? Dude, Brian Griffin has so many faults in the show where he comes off as like this pretentious douche at times. And if Brian were to like talk smack about this post here by Seth, or by someone in the show like Seth, Brian would be going after it likely. But Brian in himself and doing that will likely do something like criticizable of him, where there's like a story or like a comedy being written about it, or where he's in like this story where we as the viewers, we could criticize Brian because he's probably like doing some dumb shit or something. Brian would actually complain about people like Seth MacFarlane doing something vaguely positive but not doing anything really helpful during a tragedy. Sure, he would. Alright, man, so you want to bring up how Brian Griffin would react to something like this? Let's see how he would react to someone like you getting mad over the internet when there's like more important stuff to actually be mad about.
I'm not a racist, all right? I just told a bad joke. There's a huge difference, but nobody on the internet ever takes the time to ask themselves, is this worth freaking out over? Or are there bigger problems in the world than this tweet? Well, I assure you there are. And just for the record, I love black people. I watch tons of black porn. So what do you all want from me? Huh? Do you want to ruin my life?
Dude, that fucking line, man. Nah, see, but that's exactly what Brian would say. So Brian here in this clip is calling out people like this fucking guy. Oh my god, and this fool's. Just look at that username, dude. You can't make this up. These are the people that are criticizing Seth MacFarlane. But yeah, that's what Brian would say. Plenty of Family Guy fans are out there defending the drawing, and heck, it's hard to kick a guy too hard for thanking firefighters. But here's hoping our comedy heroes step up to the plate with more than good wishes as the disaster plays out. Stay safe out there, Seth. Okay, so ends it off on a good note, but here's hoping our comedy heroes step up to the plate with more than good wishes as the disaster play out. What exactly are you, the writer, doing yourself? I haven't looked into you. I'm not going to look into you. But here's to hoping that our high integrity journalists from the Cracked website step up to the plate with more than criticizable articles against good mannered people like Seth MacFarlane. Stay safe out there, Cracked writer. Okay, but thankfully not everyone on the internet is a complete buffoon. We had some posts that sees like both sides of the Discord here, with this Grumwell guy putting up a scenario saying, guy on Twitter, this is so out of touch. This is worse than anything anybody has ever done, and Seth MacFarlane is a terrible person for making this. And in the meantime, a firefighter looking at the dog drawing his wife sent him. Cool. Thanks, Brian. That's exactly how it is, dude. Like, the firefighters are not like stressing over a post like this. They'll just see it as a good gesture, man, because it comes from Seth MacFarlane, the Family Guy creator himself. Oh, okay, good. Thankfully, this post has a bunch of likes, so people are chill with Seth. Are people actually getting mad about the Brian Griffin drawing? I saw 2 posts with many likes, so I'm assuming possibly. Yeah, man. People just want to be mad at something, and you know, whenever someone has like a high net worth, that's like such an easy target for them to go to attack. Knowing the demographic, a firefighter just saw this and it gave him the courage and strength to rush into a building to save several more children. Just seeing that expose there reminded me of this moment from this one Family Guy episode.
Oh my god, Chris is still in there. Somebody save Chris.
We got Herbert, the local EDP, saving Chris. What takes him out? Well, he's all knocked out.
You know what? He's earned that.
And if anybody's trying to say that, like, oh, Seth is just trying to make himself look like a good person for now, just to take advantage of the tragedy that's gone on, he's actually like a decent person, man, when it comes to like tragedies going on. So this person here posted, y'all are fake Family Guy fans, because this isn't even the first time he's posted something like this, though. And then we have this post here from 2020 that has Seth thanking the people that were on the front lines of the COVID situation. And if anybody still wants to shit on Seth for just something as small as him saying thanks to the firefighters while drawing a picture of Brian Griffin, I mean, he's done some good just in the relatively recent past. So September 21, 2023, Seth MacFarlane had donated $5 million to the Entertainment Community Fund to support those in need of financial assistance during the strikes. He had already donated $1 million in the past. So he donated like huge chunks of money to those that need help, even in situations that weren't as tragic as like the fires. Just here, like job market wise and all that, in the economical sense, Seth was doing good for the people around him. And Street Hater here puts it pretty well, saying we have better things to be mad at than Seth MacFarlane. And that's true, dude. Like, I'm sure you could be mad at like the mayor of LA, California governor. You could be mad at Seth too, but I mean, are you really gonna put like even a bit of energy towards Seth when there's actual other stuff that you should be putting your energy to? And along with that, today on January 17th, Discussing Film here posts that the Simpsons team had made a message of support to those affected by the California wildfires. So this time just to the victims themselves in the LA area. So we got the whole Simpsons family here saying we love you, LA. Bart's got I don't think that's a grin, right? Not really. Just kind of a little bit of a smiley, I don't know, serious face, but like a little bit, tad bit of a smile there. Marge looking sad. Homer looking kind of like worried. I don't know, giving off this face. The dog, again, has that like Bart's smile type of thing. Homer then too, I guess. Maggie not giving anything. Lisa looking sad. And then the cat just looking at us. And with the locations here that were affected, Palisades, Altadena, Pasadena, Sierra Madre, Topanga, Malibu, and everyone impacted. And this, when I seen this, it just didn't feel, it felt more, like, I see good intention, but it just felt like kind of unnecessary, because the fire, like, it's already been like a week plus since it's happened. And sure, this could make probably like a kid or something feel a little bit better, saying like, yeah, at least we're getting kind of acknowledged by the Simpsons family. But you know, all the adults out there and stuff, they're like, okay, cool, but you know, it's already been a week. You know, we're still going through the aftermath of the tragedy. This isn't really entirely needed right now. The animation equivalent of thoughts and prayers. Why is Bart smiling? That's what I was saying, dude. Or why does it look like he was smiling? Because he's Bart, dummy. Why is Homer smiling? And also the dog, dude. Don't forget the dog. At least Homer kind of looks kind of compassionate. Yeah, man, which of these three options here is being the most compassionate? Bart, Homer, or the dog? I think the most compassionate out of the three that I just mentioned is Homer. And then the dog, you know, dog is a man's best friend. And then Bart, I don't know why. Well, I mean, I guess he's probably like having that little smile there because he's holding up the locations that were affected. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, if he had like a sad face or anything, he would be holding like the names. He would be holding the names of everything. And then if he had like the sad face, it would be kind of like a womp womp. It would be kind of like that type of vibe. So, okay, now I kind of see why the little smiley face is there. But moving on from that, we had this guy named Tism Juice react to the post here, bringing it back to the Seth MacFarlane situation. They said the reason Seth MacFarlane's message worked is because it was simply Brian Griffin giving a nice gesture to firefighters. This just feels lazy and disrespectful somehow. It does a little bit. I don't know about disrespectful. Maybe I could see lazy. I wouldn't call this tone deaf. Again, I'm not trying to offend anybody out there, but I wouldn't really see this as tone deaf. It's just kind of feels unnecessary now because it's been like a week plus since the fires. And yeah, this just feels like more unnecessary, to me at least, looking at it from the outside. And this post here that actually went viral, 75k likes. Pointless Hub over here says, this has the opposite aura of that Brian Griffin doodle, but I don't know why. And it does, dude. It's just them going aura for aura here. This one just has that it factor because it's drawn by the man himself. This one was drawn by a team. This was hand drawn like on a piece of paper. This was animated, which sure is more effort, but it's still animated by like a whole team. All colors and shading and everything. It's got a handwritten note giving thanks. This one's just kind of saying like, we're sorry this happened to you. We love you, LA. And this happened like on the morning after the fires was going down, and it It was just like brand new news. And this came out a week plus after like the events have already started taking place. So aura for aura, dude. We're just gonna have to give it to Seth MacFarlane's Brian Griffin picture here. And now to end off this video, I'm gonna just leave this post here of this realistic Brian Griffin picture with the caption, "Type of shit I've been on recently."